of the real facts. Welcome to Hard Facts.
I am Maryann Okon, and this is Hard Facts, where we separate truth from fiction. We're passionate about the hard-hitting stories that matter. Get ready to challenge your perception and discover the real world. Let's dive deep into the issues that affect our communities, revealing the untold stories and giving you a voice. No sensationalism, no bias, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Are you tired of all the noise and speculation in the news? On Hard Facts, we cut through the clutter and get straight to the truth.
If only Fubra has been aware of the boo-boo trap, he would have understood in democracy there are bases for everybody to do accordingly.
Join us as we bring you the stories that matter. We go beyond the headlines to uncover the real facts and the core of every story.
We are doing this, we are doing that. At the end of the day, nothing good will come out. What did they promise us? They will be in charge of security and life and whatever. But what are we getting in return?
With in-depth analysis and experts interviews, Hard Facts delivers the truth that others dare not to reveal. Tune into Hard Facts every weekday, 3 to 6 p.m. and arm yourself with the knowledge you need to navigate today's complex world. Hard Facts, where the truth always prevails.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
This is Hard Facts.
.3 Nigeria Info. 8 minutes gone past the 3 o'clock hour. Officially welcoming you to Hard Facts, and we are live from our audiovisual studios here in Italy Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. I'm Maryann Okon, welcoming you to the show. As usual, we start off with the big three stories from our national dailies. Most importantly, they're gracing the covers of our national dailies. They're also stories that you and I are talking about on social media, causing it to trend. And most importantly, the news that we make in-house. Yeah, some of those stories are the stories that make the big three on Hard Fact. We'll start off with that on the 4 o'clock hour. Because it's Thursday, we'll be reviewing some global issues, but most importantly, we're going to Africa. We're not just talking about one African country. Yes, we will be spotlighting Uganda right after the elections, but we're going to be spreading our light on every part of Africa, especially when it comes to tyrannical governments. Yes, we'll be talking about Yoweri Museveni and several others like him, and if we will be able to break the shackles of this tyranny across the continent, and if we will be ever able to play catch up with the rest of the world. And finally, on the 5 o'clock hour, I'll be joined with by the special advisor to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on climate and circular economy, Titilayo Shodi. Also will be joined by Desmond Majakodumi, who is an environmental activist. We're going to be talking about climate actions that we need to take in 2026 to help us, one way or the other, protect ourselves and the earth that, God has given to us if we must survive in the next 20 years. It's a conversation that we all must get involved, but we're narrowing that conversation down to Lagos State because this is our place of primary assignment. Welcome to the show, and you know how we do it. If this is your first time, this will be your most authentic news experience that you will have on the radio. This is how we welcome you.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the Big Three Stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday, 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first. This is Hard Facts.
All right, welcome back, Lagos. Let's talk hard facts. But before then, there's a hard fact, which is that a lot of people have fallen on hard times. And as the year has begun, so has some people's problems, like house rents, like school fees, like food on their table, like clothes on their back, shoes on their feet. And Mommy Gift Initiative is trying to bridge that gap and help people, put smiles on their faces. And I have Mommy B of Mommy Gift Initiative in the studio. I don't know about Mommy B, but we call her Auntie B. Hi, Auntie B. How are you doing?
Thank you so much.
So to some people, in fact, to all of you, she's Mommy B. To us, she's Auntie B. Yeah. So tell us about Mommy B Initiative quickly.
All right. Mommy B Initiative is a passion that I've had for quite some time, and I've been reaching out on my own to people, to the less privileged, basically people in need. In my own little way, I've been going about it. But because I've been on the platform of Kids FM, so I felt this is a better way of also reaching out, to people. And this is why we're calling out to Nigerians, everyone out there, to support us, because this is a movement that involves a whole lot. And Mommy Gift Initiative feels she can't do it alone. So this is where we're asking for good-spirited Nigerians out there who love to give, who love to share, to please support this movement so we can reach out to the less privileged out there. So this is why we've been asking, for people to bring in their shoes, clothes,
so
books.
Any used item that's not bad.
That is not bad.
Something that that someone else would appreciate.
So this is what we're asking people to please support and do, so we can put smile on people's faces.
So, if I live in a Butemeta, how am I supposed to help this initiative? Because I have clothes and shoes. How do I do it?
Oh, you can bring them down to the office. You know where the stations are: Cool FM, Nigerian for Wazobia FM, Kids FM. So this is the place to bring it. 267A Etimian Crescent, Victoria Island.
All right, so if you have old clothes, old shoes, books for the kids, school bags, and if you have money.
If you have money, you can always support, because schools are in session now, and there are lots of children that may not be able to go back to school.
Absolutely.
For this first time, second time, because maybe their parents have more than 2 or 3 and they can't afford for all. So if you can support financially, we will also appreciate it. So we'll be settling school fees of so many children who are left back at home. Okay. But the basic initiative and plan is to reach out to the orphanage, the less privileged ones, all these things. We're gathering them. People are responding already, bringing stuffs. So on the 14th of February, this is the day, the beautiful day we've planned to go on this outreach.
It's a day that you share love.
Oh, this, the special thing behind Valentine's Day. That's it. So we'll be sharing love to one of these orphanages. We'll be making contact to make sure we'll have one that we'll be reaching out to. So we'll be able to give out all these gifts that people have been bringing.
All right, what numbers can they call quickly before I let you go?
Okay, they can call 080-999-20254. 080-999-20254.
One more time, please.
080-999-20254.
All right. Well, good luck. And please, if you feel the need to give, it doesn't matter. Even if that dress that you bought since and you have not worn it, give it out, because you may never wear it.
You can even buy new ones, or if you feel you can give out old ones.
You can. Thank you very much, Auntie B, for coming on the show.
Thank you, Maryann, for having me.
All right.
Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
God bless you all.
All right, Lagos, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, let's look at the big stories for today, shall we?
For news, sports, and talk that you can relate.
If I told you now to come and buy a Shebi for 20,000 naira, you would quickly get that money out. But if I told you to come and do a health check and you should put down 20,000 naira, you probably would say it's very, very expensive.
That's too much now.
Why should I go and dash one doctor? And because people are not paying attention, people are therefore getting sicker and sicker.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is the Big Three.
The Big Three on Hard Facts
on 99.3.
Well, let's get straight to it, shall we? Let's start with the Daily Trust newspaper. Electoral bill delay fuels uncertainty ahead of 2027, and we've got the picture of the new INEC boss, Amukwiton. I like his name, Amukwiton. Sheriff, what's the meaning of I'm going to cut my tongue. Tongue. What's the meaning? And guys, if you know what the meaning is, I think it has a nice ring to it. Anyway, that's not the matter on the ground. Anyway, there are concerns amid growing anxiety that the long legislative process could undermine preparations by the Independent National Electoral Commission, which I have mentioned earlier this week. The Daily Trust newspaper reports that while the House of Representatives considered and passed the Electoral Amendment Bill in December of 2025 before proceeding on the Christmas and New Year holidays, the Senate failed to complete the work on the legislation before lawmakers went on recess. Always the Senate, the culprits. And then they were the last to, come back to work. Well, the delay was further reinforced yesterday when the Senate deferred consideration on the report on the Electoral Act of 2022, Repeal and Enactment Bill 2026, opting instead to subject the proposed amendment to additional scrutiny through an executive session, which is scheduled for today. Do I smell dilly-dallying, or maybe I'm just a bit paranoid? You remember I talked about this a few days ago, that we need to begin to also prioritize. I mean, when I say we, I mean we the electorate, we the people, because that's all that matters, we the people. I don't know where in the Constitution that says we the politicians, or the law saying that this law is supposed to be to be in favor of politicians. So it's about us. Maybe it's time that we Nigerians begin to mount excessive pressure, underline excessive pressure, or the much needed pressure on our leaders, because it looks like if it's not gonna favor them, they're not gonna push for it. And so let's begin to act like them and pressure when we know that this is going to favor us. That way we can get things done, being that we're more and they're this. Shall we move on? Still with the Daily Trust newspaper, we won't recognize elections conducted by Amukpiton. I love that name. This is a statement by the Sharia Council. Don't be alarmed. No. Calm down. I'll give you some detail. The Supreme Court, the Supreme Council, I beg your pardon, for Sharia in Nigeria on Wednesday declared that the Muslim Ummah will not recognize any election conducted by the Independent National Electoral Commission under the leadership of its chairman, Professor Joash Amukpiton. During the council's annual pre-Ramadan lecture and General Assembly in Abuja, the council called for Amukpiton's removal, citing lack of confidence in his integrity to be fair to all faiths in Nigeria. The president of the council, Sheikh Bashir Aliyu Umar, said this mistrust arose after Amukpiton authored a brief claiming that Christians in Nigeria are victims of genocide, a claim repeatedly dismissed by the federal government. Amukpiton had previously described Boko Haram's insurgency and attacks by Fulani herdsmen as a part of a coordinated anti-Christian campaign requiring international intervention. He was listed as a contributor to the 2020 publications Nigeria's Silent Slaughter, Genocide in Nigeria and the Implications for the International Community. This was released by the International Committee on Nigeria and International Organization on Peace Building and Social Justice. So Amukpiton works for a government that's saying, in fact, that's paying loads of cash in dollars to a lobbyist group, I beg your pardon, in Washington, D.C. to lobby Washington, D.C. I like to say that. We're paying Washington to lobby Washington. In other words, we're paying Americans to lobby Americans about stuff that the Americans who are lobbying the Americans and the Americans who are being lobbied already know. Anyway, this is what the Ummah said. They're saying that we demand immediate removal and prosecution of INEC chairman and declare that no election conducted under a cloud of compromised integrity can be recognized as credible, says the Sharia Council president. Interesting. Do they have a case? Do they suspect him of? Because I don't even understand. I don't know where. Yes, I get the fact that, oh yeah, well, there was a publication which one way or the other makes him look bad in front of the person that he reports to. But most importantly, what does faith have to do with casting your votes? Because we're all going to cast our votes. Is he going to say, let's select all the... I'm so sorry for this. Let's select all the Christian votes. Those are the ones that will count. Throw away all the... It's ridiculous, a claim to make. But is there anything to it really? Or they're just being emotional? Let's talk. And finally, talking insecurity. Boko Haram kills army commander and 7 soldiers in Borno. Troops of the Nigerian army have recovered the bodies of a commanding officer, a major, and other soldiers killed by Boko Haram insurgents in the Damasak area, Borno State. Earlier reports had indicated that the militants had killed 7 soldiers and captured their commanding officer alongside 12 others during an attack on Monday. However, top security sources told the newspaper that the commanding officer and 7 soldiers and 2 members of the civilian JTF were executed later by the terrorists. I do not know what else can be triggering. I do not know what else. I do not know what else that these people would do that would make our leaders, and I'm talking about everybody that calls themselves a leader, to be so angered that we will put an end to these insurgents once and for all. It looks like they probably need these Boko Haram people to kill God first before they will move. I don't know. Or maybe this is me again being excessively sensational on the radio because I don't like the APC government. But I said everyone that's a leader, whether you're APC, NPP, PDP, whatever. Because we had a former DSS director on the show the other day saying that these guys are doing what they're doing because they're taking a swipe at the government. They're doing it intentionally because, of course, they know that you guys are not willing to do anything. What does that say about the people that lead us? And the fact that maybe, just maybe, our lives don't matter. Let's also place their priorities on the table. They tell us one thing, but then in DC, they are paying somebody to lobby the government. How about you come home first and deal with this insecurity? Let the whole world see that you're not taking nonsense and you're not taking no for an answer until they're all swept out of this country, as opposed to wasting taxpayers' money that we cannot even afford to start with because we have budgets hanging since 2024. What a joke. I'm sorry, guys. I think I'm fired up a lot these days, and I don't know why, but the truth's staring us in the face. There's just... It makes me really wonder where the priorities of our leaders, including the president, is. And even the so-called, all these so-called faith-based groups, whether you're Muslim or Christian. Do the people really matter? Or is it where the money goes for you? 0201-277-009-30201-465-7190. You could join the conversation on WhatsApp. It's 0809-5975805. You could join us. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. Post your comments on our live stream. When we return from this quick break, you can join the conversation. My name is Maryann Okon, and this is Hard Facts.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back. What is health?
It's more than the absence of illness. It's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It's the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Attention secondary schools, the countdown is on for the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate Season 9 audition. And here's the big news. The registration deadline has been extended to January 25th, 2026. Do you think your students have what it takes to speak up, stand out, and debate brilliantly? Then register now for the live auditions by visiting nigeriainfo.fm. All schools that have successfully submitted their registration online are expected to attend the live audition happening on Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Venue, Nigeria Info Studios, 267A at Timian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. Audition begin 10 a.m. prompt on Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Don't miss this opportunity to let your student voices be heard. Register now at nigeriainfo.fm. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I beg to differ. The Tournament of Champions.
It's a season of giving. Nigeria Info FM and Mommy Gift want you to join us in giving. Give your old books, old school bags, old shoes, and you can give new ones too. All you have to do is bring them to our office at plot 267A, Timian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. And in the new year, we will deliver to the less privileged. It's the Mommy Gift Initiative, supported by Nigeria Info FM. Start donating your gifts today. For more information, call 080-999-20254. That is 080-999-20254.
We bring to you the conversations that matters.
Sarah has sued governors of the 36 states and the minister of the Federal Capital Territory.
The Nigeria needs this administration to treat them better than the last administration did.
The responsibility of any government around the world is to secure lives and property first.
It is a principle of fair and equitable treatment.
And most of these properties that are developing, they are empty.
Are you going to just sit down here and watch all 36 governors become APC members?
Those people who are fanatics don't see anything wrong in people who they support.
If you stand for the truth, this country will move forward. But we refuse.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Conversation never stops. Let's talk. This is the Big Three.
The Big Three. On Hard Facts.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190 for the ladies only. You can join the conversation on WhatsApp 080-959-75805. Post your comments on WhatsApp. But if you are listening to us from outside of the country, you can join the conversation via our WhatsApp. You alone are allowed to call in for those who are calling from the diaspora. But if you're not willing to call, you can send a message on our YouTube and our Facebook page or an X while using the hashtag HardFacts. Let's go to the phone lines, guys. 60 seconds is all you have. Welcome to the show.
Miriam, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Sunday.
How are you there, my sister? I'm Bobadi.
Idioko, welcome.
You see, I keep saying this about this issue of Boko Haram because last time we learned that they went into the army barrack and neutralized them. And they are now facing the army as if these people are, they are no more in power. Because they have sophisticated weapons that these people could not stand. I think the best thing the president should do, any of the states that Boko Haram or whatever is now operating, killing people, the governor should be held responsible. So they will sit tight because most of these people, the governors knows a lot more about the incidents that is taking place. They are just hiding, pushing them forward as if they don't have or they cannot do anything to stop these people. Armies are being slaughtered day in and out. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you very much for calling. 60 seconds is all you have. Please go straight to the point. 0201-277-0993. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Robin.
Go ahead.
When president, American people will want help Nigeria. fight Boko Haram. They leave and go they sign rubbish with Turkey people.
Why would you
That
call,
one never
why
show
would you
people.
call it rubbish? Do you know what the details of that deal is, or that trade relation is? Do you know?
Yes.
Okay, you've
so
not read it.
Gumi,
So you've not
Gumi,
read it, but you just called it rubbish.
Gumi. So Gumi, listen to me. Gumi, don't bring suggestion. They should go to Turkey. Why should that kind of man be giving federal government suggestion? Then they leave US who want to help Christians begin to go to Turkey. You need every normal thinking person should think about that.
All right. Thank you very much.
So
for
that's
calling.
why I'm here looking at rubbish.
All right. Again, I'm not saying that you can't hold your opinion, but if you must come on the radio and make arguments, let them be from an intelligent place or an informed place. And if you did listen to the show yesterday, I did tell you why Turkey could be a great ally in terms of fighting insecurity, in terms of trade, and several other things. So please come correct. Thank you and God bless. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon. This is Kenny from.
Hello, Kenny.
Maryann, I'm not happy that the police are justifying the use of force against unarmed protesters. It is wrong. I think they should rethink and see what they can do to just protect the protesters and not attack the protesters. God bless Nigeria.
All right. We're not necessarily talking about protesters, but I'm going to play a clip, of course, of the tear gassing and the drama that happened yesterday here in Lagos while people were protesting. That's why I'm saying that it's... I don't even know what we're doing anymore. It's a total mess and a confused state, if you ask me. Because we're saying in one breath that we're a democracy, but then the one thing that the people have to hold on to in a democratic government is taken away from them. Ridiculous. Welcome to Hard Facts. Are you there?
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Yes. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Evangelist Johnson. I am calling you from Ikoyi right now.
Go ahead.
I want to just tell you that you said something now. I was like, are you not in this country? Our head of state, Sani Abacha, said it now. I mean, you know, yeah. If insurgency lasts in a country more than 6 months, that thing belongs to the government. So they cannot stop it. It is their enterprise. It is their company. After killing people, after all those things, they go and follow a national creed, make money from there, travel up and down everywhere in the whole world. They will not care. Thank God that God is very bad. Boko Haram will not see God to kill. But talking about Nigeria, 2027 is coming. 2027 is coming. Let us flood the street of Nigeria and rescue Nigeria from the hands of the wicked. Rescue Nigeria from the hands of the Boko Haram sponsors. Rescue Nigeria from the hands of the kidnappers sponsors.
Thank you very much for
2027,
calling.
we are going to rescue our country.
All right. Thank you very much. 60 seconds is all you have. I was just waiting for you to land. Mrs. Abul is calling us from Ikorodu. Welcome to the
Hi,
show.
Maryann.
Yes.
Good afternoon. Welcome on the show.
Thank you.
You said you are fired up or worked up as a Nigerian. Maryann, who will be listening or seeing the current ongoings in Nigeria and not be fired up? I look forward to the day you come on air and you don't tell us anything happened in Borno, in Kano, in Lagos, in anywhere, that nobody died, that there was no terrorist invasion. But sadly, every day you come on air, there's always this painting of blood, tears, and sorrow. And it's so painful. Who won't be fired up at this point? We're talking about what insurgency is doing to us. Look at the Makoko incident, too. You said you'll be playing audio. So who will not be revved up, fired up, worked up at this point in time? Look at what happened in Borno State. When we start reactively answering issues and not wait for the other way. When things happen, we now start looking for people to go and man the place. Why not man it even before they come? I am fed up of my brothers and sisters dying every time because these lives, this avoidable death can never be resuscitated or replaced when they go. Maryann, even me, are they fired up? Good afternoon.
Thank you for calling. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Mazu there.
Yes. Anyhow, can you see now that any coaching or anything, we're talking about the one that happened yesterday, another one will happen today. Now, you see, the problem we have in this country now is leadership. So whatever it will cost Nigeria to get a good leader, we must do it. You understand? We must find a way to make sure that we get good leader, whatever it takes. If you warrant every Nigerian, all of us, if you get money, lobby is not is legal. Please,
absolutely, lobbying is very legal.
People.
Yes.
I want to be them to lobby people, start lobbying people, so that we can be able to get electoral reform. I mean, to make sure that everything about the electoral reform is ready for 2027. You understand? We get these things for we to get a leader, a good leader, things will not happen. Even if we can lobby America to come in, it's fine. But if you're angry for me for that,
to come in and do what? To come in and do what?
To make us sisters now. To get the way they are doing their own place.
You almost sounded very intelligent. Almost. You almost got me. This is no. America cannot come and be president. They cannot preside over your affairs. You are a sovereign country. Yeah, there's so many ways.
To get it right?
There's so many ways. Mazu, I'm going to let you go, but so that we're not talking over each other. I know that we're desperate, but in our desperation, we can't be stupid also. And stupidity would mean that we're asking Donald Trump to come and take over Nigeria. He has America to deal with and see what's happening in America. So, or asking Keir Starmer to come solve our problems when the UK has its own problems. So, I'm sorry, but it borders on some lack of, a certain level of intelligence to say that let another country come and help you. Can help you. That's why they advise you. They have embassies in your country, and that's because you must relate with them on some level. I'm sure they give sometimes unsolicited advice on how you can get things to be rolling in your country, but telling them to come take over, that's a bit extreme. But in also talking about why we have not dealt with the issue of insecurity as we should, or why our leadership seems to be taking 10 steps forward and 40 steps backwards every single week. Might just be, I don't know if you agree, that we seem to be just going around in circles while lining the pockets of certain politicians with monies. And the ones who are, fool enough would say, well, that guy needs to be on our side. If he's not on our side, let's put him out there for the EFCC to cause some media stare and make them look like the bad guys while we continue to eat. Let them shout. When they shout, after they're tired, we'll send something new so that to distract them. Maybe we'll send blood and what's that annoying guy on social media's name? What's his name? Black something black, whatever his name is, that you guys used to think he was your savior back in the day. Yeah, and he comes with something and distracts you. Or maybe Regina Daniels comes on and distracts you with her husband Ned or something. And then we forget about the most important things, which are staring us in the face. But here's Borno Senator Alin Dube talking about who the president surrounds himself with and why he thinks the leadership of the country is going the way it is going. This video is courtesy of Arise Television. Take a listen.
Mr.
Please, if you're calling us on WhatsApp, do not call us. We're not ready to take your calls on WhatsApp. Please, just wait. When we're done, we will pick your calls. Thank you very much.
President, I think, as a politician, as somebody who has gone through it all, is strategizing to win the election, right, but not to declare himself as the winner. No, that won't work, because you only do that when you are, when you are acceptable to the people, and there is a resemblance. But in the North, anybody that tells you that the North is not grumbling now is not speaking the truth.
And how loud is that grumbling?
It will be loud in their votes,
right?
If nothing is done about it.
And
you see, the good thing about it is, I have said it here before, that the president can change things, can turn things around. Okay, we understand these are the issues that you raised. Number one, you fix it, those things. Okay. Number one, you didn't get this, you get it. Or number two is, what is your problem? The northern elders have been, what do you say? They have been willing, they have been reaching out. I was part of the meeting that we had, the first and the last meeting with Mr. President, where northern elders, went to him, and then he too was prepared. And so he brought all the appointees from the north, critical, appointees from the north. And we had a wonderful session. And he promised that that will continue. And it never happened. And you know why, and what I'm suspecting, is, as I've said it before, the president is not the problem. It is the people around the president that are the problem. And another thing, I can tell you, I when I was coming, I knew that you asked me this question. I wanted to even mention names, because I don't care if I'm speaking the truth. The president had good people around him when he was the governor of Lagos. That was why he succeeded.
But a lot of those same people are...
No. Most of the good people are not there. They have been sidelined. And then he just picked people that don't know anybody. You know why I say don't know anybody? They only know Ikoyi and Surulere, not even Surulere, Victoria Island, and that is it. Then from there they fly to London or America, where their families are living. So they...
0201277099. 60 seconds is all you have. Go straight to the point. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Miriam, good afternoon.
Yes.
My name is Robert. I am calling you from Papa.
Go ahead.
Miriam, all the issue you brought, if you look at it critically with this Baba Dati Abinandati Baba, that she just interview on Arise TV, with everything that is happening in Nigeria, my sister. Miriam, you will agree with me that me, Robert, I don't tire for all the issue. I just make agree to Miriam. Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling. Yes, my diaspora callers, you're allowed to call me now. Go ahead and call on WhatsApp. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Miriam. Hello,
hello. Oh dear. Your connection is poor. Please call me back. Apologies for that. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, hello, Maryann. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I saw how revved up you were when that man was talking about inviting a external body like Trump to come and, if possible, help us concerning our election. And you used a word there. You mentioned something like, even if we are desperate, we should not do this. Our problem in Nigeria is that we are unintentional about an intentional enemy. I guess what I'm saying. We are very unintentional about an intentional enemy. And you want us to be, treating things with kid gloves about a desperate enemy that wants to make sure.
Sorry. Who wants you to treat things in kids' gloves?
No. When you say we should not be desperate about things.
No. I did not say that you should not be. Please, now. I'm not dead.
No,
yet.
that's what
I said. I said even if we're desperate.
Even if we are desperate.
I said even if we're desperate, we're allowed to be desperate, but then we should not be stupid while we're desperate. We need to make the right choices.
Sorry. In your own assumption now, it's stupidity to invite Trump to come in.
So what's Trump going to do for you? So no. Right. What is Trump supposed to do for you?
Let me give you an example. This December was one of the most peaceful December I've ever experienced in Nigeria. You know why? Just because of one bomb that they said America sent to Boko Haram. Even if you don't feel it, you can see it, the peace in the land. As in,
which peace?
Nothing like that.
So because they bombed Sokoto, the insurgents were not in other places. People were not abducted. Are you joking?
The enemies of the land were shivering.
They were shivering. Okay. And then we ended with just that one.
The enemies of the land.
Oh my goodness,
Miriam.
I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm sorry. Your time is gone. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we cannot get support. I don't think you understood what the guy was saying. We have America as our ally, of course, and we have other countries as our allies to help us in the fight against insurgency. But when you say a country should come and take over your country, that is what I was talking about. So America has sent a bomb to Sokoto. Okay. Has it stopped the fact that a general, an army high-ranking officer was killed alongside 7 of his crew members? I'm saying that if we must set a trajectory of sorts, we have to be deliberate. We have to be intentional. It's not we just say, okay, let's leave it for America. Why do we have governments if the government is not going to do its job and relinquish their powers to another country? That's what I'm saying. But you guys, I say in our desperation, we just say anything. Let's just have anything as long as it's a seeing peace. How about we do it the right way? And if the guys who say they are your leaders are unable to do it, get them out by all means. That's what I mean. So the next people that are coming know that if they're not going to do the right job, Nigerians are ready to wage war against them and take them out of office. That's what I mean. Donald Trump has America to worry about. He cannot come and be president of America and president of Nigeria. That's a joke. Welcome to Hard Facts.
All right. Maryann, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Rap Rochku is on the line. Well, it's so sad that this country is under siege by Boko Haram. You know, on daily basis, we're hearing all kind of manner of insecurity killings here and there by these terrorists. Look at what happened in Borno now. Do I hear Major General Captain? They killed him with 7 others. Sabotage here and there. Innocent Nigerians are dying. When these people came into office, they promised us that insecurity will be a thing of the past. But look at where we are today. What is happening? So this is not what we expect. Enough of all these guys.
Sorry, Rapper, but I guess that we got the gist of your conversation. Let me go to my diaspora callers. 60 seconds, diaspora callers. Welcome to Hard Facts. Oh, I couldn't pick that call. Please, diaspora caller, call back. Sorry about that. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Hello, madam. Good afternoon.
Yes, 60 seconds, please.
Yeah, this is Simon calling from Brussels.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Miriam, please, if it's possible, can you play Which Way Nigeria first of all?
I don't play music on my show. Sorry.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is this concerning this killing in Borno State. Don't be surprised. Those guys, those Boko Haram boys now, tomorrow, they will integrate them. They will become repentant Boko Haram, and neither they will be in Nigerian police or in Nigerian army. And those are the ones killing our military. Miriam, please, later, can you just play Which Way Nigeria?
I don't play music on my show. I think I just told you that a few seconds ago.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for calling. I appreciate it. 60 seconds. My diaspora callers, I am taking all your calls right now, so go ahead and call me. Z, go ahead and call me. I will take your call. All right. From Songo says, Senator Ndume is not even making sense. So all the president appointees from Mikuyi. Again, you remember I had a conversation yesterday, but I'll come back to that conversation next week. Don't worry. This one here says, do you mean very dark man? Yes, very dark man. Whatever you will call him. Thank you, Peter. This one says the issue of security will never end because it doesn't affect our politicians. They're benefiting from it, and they've surrounded Aso Rock. This is Benjamin from Banana Island. Okay. Bright here says, this is what you people want, Abby, because when America wants to help, then you will say no. So why complain? Enjoy the killing every day. I don't understand. I think that we need to comprehend some of the things that we say. Comprehension is very key so that you understand and know where to comment from. So America has been helping. I'm sure that America has given you people ideas, thousands and thousands of ideas on how to deal with insurgency. In fact, the UAE sent you guys a list of financiers. These countries have always been willing to help because they do not want that insurgency to break through the shores of Africa and begin to come to Europe and the Americas. America has had their 9/11 experience. It's like you saying, I want to advise somebody on who they should marry. You can only advise. Who they decide to marry is their choice. Am I making sense? All right. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello?
Hello.
60 seconds. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Yes.
Yeah. You said it all. Judging from, this is Boyesin calling from Afromedia. Yeah. Judging from the antecedents of this government, do you see them fighting terrorists? It's not as if they are overwhelmed. They don't have the intention to fight these terrorists. Otherwise, like you just said, some seconds ago, the list that the UAE submitted to them. What is that up to now? We cannot get the list. Didn't they submit those lists to the government? Then what is happening? Why are they afraid of releasing those lists? They know. Look, Maryann, they know what they are doing. They know they are not ready to fight. Even if they like, let them. Even Russia invite everybody. As far as they are not ready to fight insurgency, they cannot.
All right.
Mark my word.
Thank you very much. I can take one last call before we go. Hello. 60 seconds, Michael.
Hi, Maryann.
Yes.
How about you?
Idiot go.
Okay, this is Michael. I'm calling from Denmark. Maryann, there was a phrase you said. You said that you get them out. How do we get them out? Now they have said that the amendment of the electoral law is pending in the Senate, and nothing is done about it, and nothing will be done about it. How do we take them out? I would like to get an answer from that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael, for calling. How we get them out is that we all come out. Do you know how many we are in number? And I'm talking about the voting public. They're banking on you staying at home so that they can press and put. They can manipulate it at the coalition center. If we all show up and wait and the vote counts, we all take photos. There's nothing. Amubison cannot do anything because you know why? We're more. But if we all sit at home and complain on the radio and then on election day nobody goes out, you just say they will still win. Of course they will win. So that's how. But until then, we'll continue to complain. That's it. That's just basic. There are no two ways about it. The person that lies to you that your votes will not count if you come out is banking on you believing that lie so that you stay at home. But if we show up and give them aura for aura, the boys that come with plank and machetes, we are waiting for them, aura for aura, it will stop. But we're not ready to have that conversation.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
"10 years in media is not 10 years in real life. Its plans rewritten, GRP stretched, strategies optimized mid-campaign because the data said adjust. 10 years of planning with precision, buying with intent, and delivering excellence. Algorithm Media is 10, and we are celebrating with an evening of white glam on denim, Friday, January 30th, strictly by invitation. Algorithm Media, the media advocate your brand needs.
Attention secondary schools, the countdown is on for the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate Season 9 audition. And here's the big news. The registration deadline has been extended to January 25th, 2026. Do you think your students have what it takes to speak up, stand out, and debate brilliantly? Then register now for the live auditions by visiting nigeriainfo.fm. All schools that have successfully submitted their registration online are expected to attend the live audition happening on Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Venue, Nigeria Info Studios, 267A, Etimian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. Audition begin 10 a.m. prompt on Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Don't miss this opportunity to let your student voices be heard. Register now at nigeriainfo.fm. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I beg to differ. The Tournament of Champions.
From Washington to Beijing, Moscow to Abuja, London to Kigali, the world is shifting fast. Elections are shaping destinies, wars are redrawing borders, economies are rising and falling, and global alliances are being tested like never before. But what does it all mean for you?
With a new administration and a new president in the White House trying to put an end to the war.
I didn't know the historical context, what the state of Israel means for them.
Join the fearless Ireti Bakare Yusuf on Borderlines every Friday at 4 p.m. on Nigeria Info 99.3. As she dissects the biggest global events and their impact on world peace.
Those who are not familiar with Israel or the war itself would not know much about the group. Breaking the silence.
Borderlines on Nigeria Info every Friday at 4 p.m. The world is changing. Don't just watch, understand it. Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
10 years in media is not 10 years in real life. Its plans rewritten, GRP stretched, strategies optimized mid-campaign because the data said adjust. 10 years of planning with precision, buying with intent, and delivering excellence. Algorithm Media is 10, and we are celebrating with an evening of white glam on denim. Friday, January 30th, strictly by invitation. Algorithm Media, the media advocate your brand needs.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Okay, I have just 1 minute before we go, and I want to read as many messages as I can quickly. Amupitan is someone whom history could be made. Kazim, is that the meaning of his name, or you're saying he could make history? Is that because I don't understand? This one says Amupitan is a rare, worthy to emulate person. Okay, Stephen, that's what his name means. Okay. Someone says I'm 100% with the Sharia Council against integrity and of the leadership of Amupitan as INEC chairman. Safiano from Kano. Interesting. Michael from Saboyaba says, can you see that we might eventually happen? What might eventually happen if a Christian ticket goes to the ballot after the last conversation on the show the other time? I haven't seen anything, but maybe we should push for a Christian ticket. I will die on this hill. The news is up at the top of the hour. On the other side, let's talk about tyranny on the continent of Africa.
We don't ask what you bring to the table. Your voice builds the table.
In the news, the federal government has charged senior advocate Michael Zekome with forgery.
People whose houses have been demolished in Makoko, sleeping on the water now.
Before you demolish, give them provision where they will stay before your demolition.
You know when they want to do their housing for their cronies or whatever, they like the water.
Lagos government have been defrauded Lagos citizens from time immemorial.
You're part of the conversation.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. It's 4 o'clock.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.